This is definitely one of the videos I'm both excited and not excited to react to, because as an American, hearing that the EuroLeague gets louder than NBA crowds isn't exactly shocking to me, but I'm a little bit embarrassed. Anyway, today we're reacting to hostile fans, the EuroLeague versus the NBA. As a Cavaliers fan, as a guy who grew up watching the NBA, I didn't actually even know that the EuroLeague existed up until like maybe a few years ago, and a lot of clips have been surfacing on my page, on like my homepage for YouTube, showing me the crowds, the chants. Literally sounds just like a football game. I'm seeing flares. Like, we don't have that here. Our biggest issue is we do a lot of celebrity stuff here, and it's really not for the fans anymore like it used to be. Like, you'll always see front row celebrities and stuff at our games, which sucks, but whatever. Anyway, let's get to the video. 8 minutes and 11 seconds. Hostile fans, EuroLeague versus the NBA, over on the Heat Check YouTube page. Okay. Right off the rip, I mean, brother. Okay. Okay.
This is a real hostile environment, and this is what NBA players think it is.
Three near these finals. Tatum the drive, the sidestep, missed it. Lively there with the help.
European fans are notorious for creating nightmares to opposing teams. And I mean, how would you feel if you had to get a win on the road in this atmosphere?
I mean, like, what like, brother, I really didn't know that you guys got down like that with basketball. This is insane. I say that with like every reaction video, because every single video that I've reacted to when it comes to like sports internationally has just been, this is insane. Now, I will say, I do like the NBA. I think some of our games are like pretty hype. It just depends on like what teams are playing. But I do think that the whole let's go so-and-so clap, like that gets old after a while. That's every single game. Every single game is just let's go so-and-so and defense to defense. Like, we could do so much better.
Fans in Greece made it snow inside the arena and delayed the start for a while. And Luka Doncic knows this all too well.
There's some really tough crowds in Europe. I think especially Greece, Serbia, Turkey. I think those are the three like really tough crowds to play in.
That's
it's
so
hard
funny
to listen to your teammate right next to you because they cheer so loud.
Speaking of Serbia, Red Star Belgrade fans caused an earthquake in the arena.
But look at the atmosphere. It is literally bouncing, and they're standing on that floor now. It's shaking.
Yeah.
The floor is shaking.
Yeah, you can feel the floor shaking. You can feel the vibrations from the floor, from the noise,
Bro,
from the songs,
what?
from the dancing. It's just an amazing feeling. I mean, this is what European basketball about. I'm sorry, you don't see this kind of thing anywhere else in the world, not in a basketball arena.
Huge flags.
Not at all. I've never seen anything like this before in any NBA game that I've ever watched. I mean, bro, another thing that surprises me is Turkey. I keep hearing about Turkey. I did not know Turkey, like, sports fandom culture was like this. I'm gonna stop calling it a fandom because it's a culture for these other countries. In America, it's a fandom. For this, it's a culture. Now, I will say this. Again, it just depends on what team you support. Cavaliers, for example, from my hometown of Cleveland. It's like a state, it's like a city religion to be like a Cavaliers fan, okay? We might not have all the chanting and stuff, but people don't just support the Cavs, or they don't just go to watch games. They support the Cavs just like they will support the Browns. Like, the Browns have sucked for like 30 years straight, and people still go to their games and are still diehard fans, you know, of that entire franchise, right? Like I said, it ain't on this level, but we do have a few teams here that are basically religions for depending on where you live at. But it is still not on this scale. But we're not completely ignorant. We're not completely, you know, helpless.
Being waved, flares flashing as if it's a war going on, massive drums pounding and leading the entire crowd to sing and yell all as one. By the way, I'm making this video from experience. I've seen a bunch. This is in my country, Macedonia.
Wow. I didn't even know they had basketball in Macedonia. I'm learning so much.
So, having witnessed a bunch of these absolutely wild scenes himself, when Nikola Jokic was asked about the pressure while playing on the road in the NBA, he just smiled and said this.
I play in Serbia, brother. I play in Serbia, so I wish you guys can feel that.
Things are so crazy
And it's funny because he just came over here and started dominating. No wonder he looks so bored. No, you know, there's this running joke about Jokic looking bored in all of his games and completely uninterested. He's more interested in horse racing. You come from that to what we have over here. I get it.
Serbia that even the players themselves are joining the fans. This is stunning. Just imagine LeBron or KD doing this.
Dude, what?
Actually, Kevin Durant witnessed the madness firsthand when he attended the Euroleague Final Four tournament.
Turn the tide of this one, but time remains on the clock, and the officials are going to have to get a hold of this one. But even though, in all probability, the game was over.
Bro, is that what the hell? What exploded? What? That's crazy. Why was there an explosion?
And I was shocked to find out that all of this chaos was just fans welcoming Evan Fournier to the team.
What?
They completely took over the airport, and this was the first thing that Fournier saw when he got off the plane. And this is a staggering moment for my hometown, where the fans packed the entire arena for a freaking practice. Not a game, not a game. We're talking about practice.
I'm at a loss for words. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. We really are the retirement home of sports players, even new, young, up-and-coming players. Like, the most exciting individual we've had in, like, our last, like, 20 years of the NBA has been LeBron James, and then, you know, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, you know, our James Hardens. I don't actually keep up with the modern NBA anymore. Like, for the last, like, 2 years, I haven't really kept up with a lot of it. What the Cavs were doing pretty decent. That's when I started keeping up with it again. So I didn't know. I sound like a fake fan. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm at a loss for words. I really just can't believe, like, how different sports are in other places. I mean, I didn't know they got down like this in Macedonia. The only thing I know about Macedonia is Alexander the Great, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was from Macedonia. I gotta read my history books, I guess. But all I know about Macedonia is like a bunch of like war and like history from, you know, the Greek times or whatever, right? Because I study a lot of history and whatever, right? I didn't know you guys got down with basketball like this. This being a practice game. We can't even fill out like college stadiums like this for basketball games sometimes. For a practice though, like what? So do they sell tickets to the practice game, or do you just go in?
This immeasurable passion and love for the game is probably why Luka admitted that he watches way more EuroLeague games than the NBA.
I watch some NBA games, but I watch more EuroLeague than NBA. But if it's a really good game and it's on TV, I'll watch it.
And
I need to watch the EuroLeague,
like
bro.
This exhibition game played in Belgrade under open sky are just flat out stunning. Just recently in Greece, there was a game being played at a historical venue, the stage of the first modern Olympics. So with more than 40,000 fans.
Oh, I'm jealous. A historic night in Athens with a modern record of 42,000 people in an open-air stadium. Wait, hold on.
Recently in Greece, there was a game being played at a historical venue, the stage of the first modern Olympics. So with more than 40,000 fans watching, this of course was a phenomenal sight. Speaking of that, one thing you always see in the stands for EuroLeague games are these amazing choreographies that fan groups come up with. It usually means something and sends a message to the opponents, but there are also examples like this one, partisan supporters paying respect to their coach, Željko Obradović. So when you see all of this, along with the shirtless fans screaming till their face turns red, you see the arena shaking and of course the flares lighting up, and compare that to an NBA game, it looks shockingly different.
Tristan Thompson finds James. A lot of thunderous.
Hey. We ain't gonna disrespect the 2016 NBA Finals, okay? That was one of the funnest parades I've ever been to in my life, okay? We had 1.3 million people roaming the streets of Cleveland in celebration of the game. That was elite. This whole 7-game series was elite, okay? We ain't gonna disrespect this one. The rest of them, though, yeah, go crazy.
Here in the opening period.
I don't know about this, but Rihanna just walked in front of me. Are you kidding me?
What are you doing, man? Stay with
Oh,
the game.
man.
LeBron makes a spectacular
That
play
is-
like this, and
that
that's
is-
what you deal with.
Yeah, what a play.
You see the celebrities.
That is
in
actually
the
so
front row.
embarrassing. I'm sorry. I know I keep pausing. That's actually so embarrassing. We have a huge celebrity issue in this country. And that's what's happening with like the MLS, F1, because I watched some F1 videos too from, what is it, Rick's Crippling F1 Addiction. I think that's the YouTube channel name. And when we had F1 in Miami, I think it was in Vegas, we had like DJ Khaled, Serena Williams, and all of them just said they support Lewis Hamilton, and they didn't know anything else. They don't make sports over here for the fans anymore. It used to be like that for a while, but now it's really about which celebrities go to a game, you know, which big names are there. Like, you don't hear them really, from what I've seen with international sports and, you know, other fandoms, they don't do that, you know? It's becoming a little bit more commercialized now, like a lot more compared to probably like how it used to be 10 years ago. At least it's what a lot of comments have told me in some of my other reaction videos. But for the most part, even now, compared to America, other countries don't have this huge celebrity issue. Where, like, why do they have a graphic for Kim Kardashian or Rihanna? Like, why do they have arrows and graphics that'll pop up on screen for celebrities that don't contribute to the game? I've always thought that was stupid, though, even when I was a kid. It never made any sense to me. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, as a kid who didn't know any better, and now, you know, compared to what I know now, you know, yeah, I used to get a little hyped when I would see, like, when I was younger, when I would see like a Drake or a Lil Wayne or something. But now, as I've gotten older and watched other sports, I'm embarrassed, to say the least, as an American compared to the rest of the world. This is interesting.
What a play.
Talking
You see
about
the celebrities in the
celebrities.
front rows, everyone looking posh, and the action from the crowd boils down to this.
What is this? What is this? DJ Khaled is not a real person.
Posh, and the action from the
What is
crowd
this? He has a pillow for his pink shoe. Oh.
boils down to this.
O'Neal snatches the board. O'Neal, a little too tall.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a...
Thing is, the whole culture is different. In the US, people go to a basketball game as a way of entertainment and treat it the same way like going to the movies or a concert. They have their drink, the popcorn, or the hot dog. In Europe, it's do or die mentality, both for the teams as well as the fans. Every single game. I mean, just look at some of the top coaches, the most well-respected minds in Euroleague basketball. Watch their intensity during games.
In your eyes, you're good guys. Fuck you, everybody. Fuck you, okay? You want me to repeat million times? Fuck you, Gigi Dotome.
Dude, if I've learned anything about Europeans, bro, what looks like anger on the outside is really just passion and love on the inside. And that's just how they show it. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all be looking crazy as hell, but I respect it. I respect it, man. Because when you get to this level, when you know what your team is capable of, being angry like this isn't you being mad. It's you being passionate. You want everybody to lock in and win this damn game. Because you know they can do it. How does the structure work for the EuroLeague? Maybe we'll have to react to a video on that, because I have no idea how the structure for the EuroLeague works. Wow. I don't know what that guy's saying, but I agree with him.
But they're a quality team.
What the fuck is this, man? We have the mark. Go 2 steps into the passing lane. 2 steps into the passing lane. What you said? What you said? What you said, man? What you said? Shut up! No. What do you want, Costa? Now you ask me what to play, huh? So all the lines, you wait for me. Okay, all the lines, any all of you.
You don't have
Bro,
the
it's just a second quarter. Holy smokes, man. It's just a second quarter. Bro, it's 38-30. I want to know, like, what is the average blood pressure level for a lot of these coaches, man? It's 38-30 in the second quarter. Like I said, I get it. It's different. It's passion. But damn, bro, I don't want to see him have a stroke from freaking out. Like, I can't fathom what it's like during the fourth quarter for this guy. Like, wait, I want to go back a little bit and see what the other ones were at. It doesn't really say. Okay.
It's in the NBA. One, because they just don't function like that, but two, and possibly more important, because there's no way you yell like this to the franchise superstar that's worth $200 million. Just imagine a coach berating LeBron like this. He would be fired before the game is even over. Heck, David Blatt, one of the best EuroLeague coaches at the time, got fired from the Cavs after a 30-11 record to start the season. By far the #1 team in the East, and just months after making the finals. In a league where entertainment is everything.
Wait, did he push him?
Just months after making the finals. In a league where entertainment is everything and superstars are the difference between a team being a contender or not, you definitely want the top dog being happy and the fans buying expensive tickets. In Europe, coaches are the authority and they preach team basketball. So basically, they're the most important piece to the puzzle. This season, Partizan did the unthinkable and gave Obradovic a blank slate to craft his team. Not a single player from last season was left on the team, and the coach brought in an entirely new roster for this year. That's absolutely wild, but it's happened a few times. It's also worth pointing out that Obradovic is the winningest coach in EuroLeague history with 9 titles. So whatever reputation Greg Popovich holds in the NBA, Željko doubles that. So this trust is well deserved. If you've never watched the EuroLeague, this season is the perfect time to tune in, as there are going to be almost 100 former NBA players suiting up. I've actually started a brand new channel focused solely on the EuroLeague, so check out the first video of the wildest game winners in Europe, headlined by young...
Wait, Real Madrid has an NBA, has a EuroLeague team, bro? So it's by country, if am I understanding this right? I need some understanding of the structure here. So is it by country? Are there domestic cups? Are there... And their trophies look cool. That's another thing I've noticed when it comes to football and what I've seen in these few clips here. Their trophies are even cooler. We get maybe 1 trophy a year. That's the one thing about the NBA I don't like is the sheer volume of teams we have. We added the mid-season tournament, which people roasted. I'm happy we added it because it's something else to watch. It's another tournament. It's another whatever. Going from... When does the league start? I think in October or November. From November all the way to June for 1 trophy is so not fun to me. I don't like that. I've never liked that. That's the reason why I think I got into football a lot more. There are way more cups. There are way more games to watch. There are way more events. There are way more moments. There's international cups, domestic cups, local. Like, there's so much more to watch. Even in America with the MLS, like, it isn't nowhere near compared to you know, like international football and, you know, what's happening in the rest of the world. But at least here we've still got, you know, like our Copa Americas, we've got our Gold Cups, we've got our I don't still know everything very well over here. I think we have a CONCACAF cup, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta still read more about MLS. I actually don't know that much about MLS compared to like the rest of the world, funny enough. But yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the NBA. It's a stale like sport in terms of like what's on the line. It just gets so boring waiting till June for the finals to play out, you know, May, June. It's just boring to me. But yeah, if you guys could leave some comments down below and tell me how the structure works for this, I'd appreciate that.
Luka Doncic during his time in Real Madrid. Click this video and subscribe to the channel. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.
Wow. I want to read some of these comments. Greece, Serbia, Turkey is a triangle of absolute insanity. NBA players would cry if their coaches yelled at them like they do in Europe. That's another thing too, man. That's an American thing, right? We get coddled over here so hard. People are so afraid of hurting feelings over here. That's just like a normal like American society thing. People don't like to hurt other people's feelings over here. There's no yelling. You got all this gentle parenting nonsense going on nowadays. You know, we don't like I don't think you should like hit kids. I don't think you should do all that. But I also think like people that just like to hug their kids when they're acting like an asshole is just not good either, because you're not teaching them to not act like an asshole. We have a bigger issue with that just across the board. Nobody wants to get insulted, offended by anything. And it's setting up a lot of people for failure, I think, because everybody has to have like a perfect life, and life ain't perfect. Sometimes your coach just needs to scream at you like that, man. That was insane. NBA fans, nails. Euroleague fans, smoke, yelling, explosives. NBA crowds are the worst. All they say is either defense or go team name go. Yeah. Us US fans are customers. The NBA needs to entertain. European fans don't come to the stadium or the arena to watch the game. They come to support their team. We don't go grab a snack or a drink in the middle of the game. We don't talk to each other during the game. Why? Because we're not spectators. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think there's a problem with like having a drink or food or even chatting with your like person next to you during a game. Like, I don't think there's a problem with that. That's not the issue. It's just the general fact that there's no real atmosphere, you know? I think it's okay to want to sit down and have like a snack really quick, or, you know, chat with my mom about something. Like, I think that's okay. But everything else I agree with, like, for sure. We're fans, and fans sing before the game until the very last minute without any interruption. Americans are not familiar with the concept of sports fans because the NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL, not even mentioning MLS, are all private companies, not sports federations. They treat fans as customers because that's what they are. Most of European basketball or football clubs were founded by some bloke from a factory or a school or whatever, who only wanted to play against the workers from the other factory across the city. In the US, you guys use sports as entertainment. We do when we play, but we surely don't when we're supporting our team. We are the team. People could get hurt and harm themselves. There you go. I think it could be a bit of both. I think the thing is, I think it could be entertainment, and I also think it needs to have a better atmosphere in America. It could be perfect. It could be entertainment completely, you know, have your drink, have your snack, whatever. But we don't have any actual atmosphere outside of that. That's the issue. That's the only thing it is. You could blend the two. I'd be damned if I go to any game and I don't have at least a beer or like a water or something at least to get me going. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have any form of atmosphere over here. That is Hostile Fans EuroLeague versus NBA. As an American, I gotta say, it ain't looking so good for us over here when it comes to sports. You know, it's entertainment here and it's culture everywhere else. We gotta do better, man. But thanks for watching. I want to know your opinions in the comments. Thanks for watching. I want to know your opinions on this video in the comments down below. And if you have any other suggestions for even EuroLeague versus NBA content, or just anything surrounding basketball even, I'm interested, because this is really cool. But as always, this is your boy Jay with another reaction video. Hope you have a great day. Peace.